straight up.
Right.
That was my very first multi-pitch.
Okay.
And it has a pitch of 10C friction climb. And you want to talk free fins.
Good.
What's up, fam? So I hope you like the short clip that I showed you guys before this. I'm going to explain to you why it goes hand in hand with what we're talking about today. So on my second video, I asked all of you guys to reach out to me and tell me what you're struggling with. Tell me what we can help you figure out to get you trading successfully and to get you feeling comfortable with trading. And 75 to 85% of you guys messaged me, and what it came down to was your lack of confidence and your fear of losing money. And really, that's it's such a huge aspect of trading, and it's so important to be able to trust yourself and plan and execute exactly where you want to without second-guessing yourself. I'm sure most of you traders are in this point where you hit a point where, you look at something and you say, okay, well, I'm going to get in at this point, and then you kind of let it keep going because you're afraid to get in, you keep letting it run, and then by the time you get in, you've already missed out on that opportunity. And you sit here and you tell yourself, like, man, I knew that. Like, I wanted to do this. This was the plan. Why did nothing happen? Like, why could I not execute that? I had it all planned out. And then you beat yourself up about it, which is so dangerous all in itself. If you're beating yourself up about it, and you're building this fake sense of let me kind of go off of this. So for me, I think of the market as this. I think of most traders, because 95% of traders are unsuccessful their first year, I think it's because they react with fear. And it's the fear of missing out and the fear of sorry, I had a total brain fart. The fear of missing out and the fear of losing money. So people react off of that because they fear, because they want to hop in on highs because they want to make the money that everybody else is making, or they've already lost a little bit of money, so they don't follow with the stop loss because they don't want to lose any money, and they keep going and they end up losing more money. So basically it's important to build that confidence in yourself and to have that discipline and to be able to feel like, hey, like me, as a trader, I have faith in myself to plan and execute every trade exactly how I want. And then if it's not working by that time and you're planning and executing everything, then there's other things you have to get into. But for now, we're just talking about how to overcome that fear and how to have confidence in yourself and how to be able to make trades just based on you. It's so important. And the reason why I showed you this rock climbing video is because rock climbing and trading and the whole aspect of fear is so important all in itself, and they're so similar. So as a rock climber, you get on the wall and you're looking all around and you have this fear. You have this fear of, what if the rope breaks, or what if I fall, or what if this happens, or what if that happens? And sometimes you get on the wall and you get stuck in this point. And even I do. Like, rock climbing is my passion. I love it. I get out every day. I love taking falls. I love doing all these things, but I still get scared. I still have that fear every once in a while. And the way I overcome it is I slowly start to make these moves happen, and I lose trust in myself sometimes. Just like how you do with trading, you lose trust in yourself and you feel like you can't commit to a move. But the truth is, if you're able to actually make that move climbing, you're able to make it happen. It's just you second guess yourself and then you pause, or you just keep telling yourself you can't do it. And then odds are by then, once you've done enough damage to yourself, you can't do it. But the truth is if you can overcome that and take the steps slowly, then you can build that confidence to feel like you can make moves happen more often. And it really has shined for me climbing. I've taken these just crazy steps, and I've pushed myself really hard, and I'm learning that I can do a lot more with my body than I thought I ever could, as well as trading. I've been able to make trades. I've been able to, just, in Robinhood, just set up a stop loss and say, okay, Levi, I know it's going to hit this point, and I know it's going to do this, and I'm going to have a sell-off then, and I'm going to sell it off here. And the truth is I'll just, like, go do my thing. I'll go climbing or something, and I won't worry about it because I have everything set up. I can execute the trade perfectly in my own way. And obviously, every once in a while, it doesn't work out that way, but I always have a backup at stop loss or anything like that when every once in a while, if something does come up, you know. So we're going to get back into this with, so basically, what I want all of you to do is, if you're someone that struggles with yourself and you second-guess yourself, let's get on this little program, and I want you guys to all help each other out. If you guys have other traders, you know, talk to each other and kind of get to know each other and push each other, you know. If you have to be like, hey, Jim Bob, I want to bet you $10 that I can follow my rules, and if I break one of them, then I owe you $10, you know. It's easier if you're with a group and they know your rules and they know what you need to do, and they can, you know, they can give you a smack on the behind or whatever you guys have a bet for, and they can tell you, hey man, like, you know what you need to do, you got it, like, you have to stick with it. So first, I want you guys to think of the rules that make and break you as a trader. I want you to think of the things that you look for always. That's a good thing. And then I want you to write the things that that make you fail. You know, if you're hopping in on a high, or if you're canceling your stop loss because you're too afraid and you think you can still make money out of it, or something like that. Write those all down. Highlight them, laminate them, tattoo them onto your body, but don't really do that. Don't really tattoo them on your body. I mean, if you want to, you can. I won't judge you, but I mean, just get them there in front of you, in your head, and just stick with them. And I want you to just, learn it and read it and just make it your religion for a minute and just focus on that, okay? Focus on that discipline and build off of that. And then from there, what I want you to do is, if you're still having trouble focusing, making those trades and committing and planning and executing, I want you to do exactly as you would trading, but I want you to do it with small amounts. I want you to do, instead of 1,000 or 2,000 shares, I want you to do 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 shares. And I want you to plan and execute it just like you would a normal day, but do it with a little bit of less shares, just so you're not losing that money, and build that confidence in yourself. And start with something, honestly, the harder you work, the harder you'll be able to play, and that goes hand in hand with, you have to discipline yourself as a trader. If you want to not be a statistic like the 95% of traders that fail, you have to discipline yourself, and you have to make sure that you follow your rules. Nobody wants to follow rules. I'm a climber. I grew up in a small place in Utah. Like, I never wanted to follow rules. I was always fishing in the fishing holes that I wasn't supposed to be on the property. I was always doing those things. Rules for me, they never came easy, and I always wanted to break them, of course. But I've learned by tons of failures. I've had my own failures, and I've learned from my mistakes that discipline is key for trading, and you have to learn that. And if you follow yourself and you start to discipline yourself, you'll start to build that confidence as well to be able to trade successfully. So, first, remember, you have that rule sheet. You write that down, highlight it, keep it in front of your face every day when you trade. Follow those rules. If you break one, make sure somebody's there to discipline you, so you learn not to do it again. I bet my stepbrother, if he didn't finish a book by the 14th, I get $1,000. And if that happens, I'll show you that $1,000. I'll prove to you that, he didn't, I'm making sure to follow up with him. He didn't read his book, and he's going to have to pay for it, So, first the rule sheet, and then second, I want you to trade just like you would in small amounts, but just like you would a normal day with like 1,000 shares, but do like 1 or 2 shares. And I want you to build that confidence in yourself. And then another thing is 3, I want you to focus on one thing at a time. So if it's support and resistance levels, even if it's just buy low, sell high, I want you to focus on that one thing and not necessarily perfect it, but build on it enough that you feel comfortable and that you can make profit off of it. Stick with the trades that you normally would. Don't try things like, okay, well, typically I like to trade, like catalysts. I love to trade news. And then don't be trading just support and resistance levels if you like to just trade news, Stick with that one thing and build off it and feel comfortable with that, and then move on to the next. Don't try and learn all of these things and get yourself confused and then kind of get just ski-wampus. And, really, trading will come, money will come, growth will come, but you have to be patient with yourself, and you have to build that confidence. You have to feel like a badass. You have to, you have to trust in yourself, and I want to help you do that too. Of course, I want to take everybody out climbing and be like, hey, you can do this. Like, watch what I do. You can do the same thing. If you want to climb 500 feet, do it. If you want to, skydive, do it. So that goes hand in hand with, I want all of you to tell me something that's your fears. Obviously, don't tell me something crazy like you want to fight a lion. I don't want any of you to go fight a lion and die. But I want you to tell me fears that kind of like that you want to try. If you want to skydive, if you want a squirrel suit, if you want to like hold a black widow in your hand, something crazy. I don't even care, but try and keep it realistic. But tell me some fears that you would love to try, like bull riding or something like that. And let's help you overcome those fears. Let's help you become confident in yourself. And let's help you all find your inner badass. Let's help you feel like you can conquer anything, you can do anything, because the truth is all of you can. If I'm out here, if I'm doing all of this, if I'm traveling, if I'm climbing 500-foot walls, you guys can do it. I'm telling you. I grew up playing video games, just fishing, didn't pay attention in high school that much. I'm not that much more special than you. It's just the attitude that I've learned to commit to and just form in my head and just so positive and build. And it helped. It helped me be where I am, and I'm so happy. I'm incredibly happy where I am, and I want all of you to do that as well. So remember, I'm going to keep repeating it a few times so you remember. So the list, and then, let's see, the second one, I want you to start on something small, but plan and execute it just like you would big trades, but start on something small and build that confidence and build that awareness in yourself. And then I want you to focus on one thing at a time, whether it's support and resistance levels or buying high, selling low, buying low and selling high. If that's what you want to do, do it, but focus on one thing at a time and build off of that, okay, guys? So I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm sorry, I kind of make them long sometimes. And then the last thing is guys, remember, we're here to help each other. We're here to pay it forward, and we're here to take care of each other. That's the most important thing, is to be kind to each other and do things for each other and be there for each other. Help each other grow. I'm telling you, when you surround yourself around others that want to help you, you're going to grow so much more. And when you're putting out that energy, the law of attraction is so strong. If you want others around you that's going to help you, like me or anybody else that just wants to help you, I don't want anything in return. I want to help you guys. I want to help you be in a place where you can just meet, we can drink a beer or whatever, or just hang out and have fun. Let's do it. But pay it forward, guys. Be nice to each other and do something nice for somebody, even if it's to find some random girl or random dude or anything like that, and just tell them they're beautiful or that they have an amazing smile or they do something amazing. Make somebody's day, guys. Bring this positive vibes into your life, and it will help you. It will help you succeed. The law of attraction is so strong. And I just want to end it on just saying, guys, do something nice for somebody else. Let me know if it was an experience that just blew your mind and it was amazing. And just, guys, spread the love. I want to be able to have someone say, hey, someone watched your video and they were nice to me and they did this thing for me and they paid it forward just like you told them to. And I want them to start doing it on their own without me having to tell them, to help some lady at the grocery